What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified. Myself. Yes, Stoney. Greatness. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Get that one out.
Thank you.
You're excited about it.
You know.
I mean, I'd be excited about it too.
Hey, but
They went to sleep quick too.
yeah, they did. I didn't even tell you sit down, shut up. But all right, and I am here, the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the entertainer, the educator, empowerer, conqueror, Hall of Famer, the excellence of ecstasy.
Okay.
Show some respect and bend the knee because they come from all across the world to see. The man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn. Oh, okay. All right. Good.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of the GreatMines Show. Stoney and I are happy to have you join us once again on this hot.
Yes, we're coming to you live from the Philadelphia section of hell.
Yes, this is Battle World, and we're just in the Philadelphia section of Battle World right now because this is hell. It is so freaking hot. Nonetheless, we're happy to see you guys come to join us again for another episode as we review RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 9, episode 7.
Yes.
And as Stoney was just saying before we went live, how great of a show or how significant of a show this episode was.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. We're going to dive into it, but make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, participate in the discussion because we want to hear from you just as much as you guys tuned in to hear from us. All right. So, so episode 7. So we begin with them coming in from last week's runway where Angeria blocked Roxy. Now, how do you feel about the personal? Seems like there's some personal animosity between Angie and Roxy.
That seemed apparent from episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then episode 2, Angie kind of like led on to the fact that she was not a fan originally of Roxy Andrews.
Right.
And I mean, there's a lot of people that share that sentiment. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Roxy isn't Angeria isn't the anomaly to that. But Roxy felt like that block was a little bit shady now that she knew that Angeria felt some type of way. So she had to get her leg back. Mm-hmm. So when she got her leg back, she blocked Angeria, and now Angeria blocked Roxy. Mm-hmm. So for me, I just feel like I wouldn't mind if they just continue to block each other back and forth, honestly, because something that they're both showing us throughout this season is that they're 2 of the most competitive, most talented, and fiercest queens to kind of like get at. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other queens who are very good and can do just as much damage. But I think seeing this little rivalry right now is keeping the ratings high. Mm-hmm. So I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
Yes. I do like the drama. The drama is juicy. It does keep, folks tuning in to see, are they going to, keep blocking each other?
Right.
Or is it, or are they actually playing a game, or is it a different game like Roxy was saying? I think you're playing a different game.
Do you feel like Angeria is playing a different game, or do you think she was just being strategic?
No.
Even though Angeria in her confessionals about this whole thing, she kind of like put a tail between her legs, sort of. almost made me feel like Alexis Michelle. She just said, no, she didn't say that. But she's saying it about herself. No, stand 10 toes down on your decision. You knew that you were going to get Roxy. You knew you wanted to get Roxy. Don't say you didn't know what you were doing. Don't say you had to pray about it. You knew it. The moment RuPaul told her that she won, she knew she just wanted to get Roxy.
Yeah. Because in the confessional, she was saying how she was torn between her and Mick.
No, but she said, I won the badge, check. I won $20,000 for my charity, check. I blocked Roxy, check. She knew what she was doing. That was a part of her list.
That was confessional. That was confessional behavior.
Exactly. So you can't throw this, I didn't know which one I was going to get. It's so hard. Angie, you my girl, but I ain't rocking with you on this one. I mean, it made sense to block Roxy, she looked like one. Anyway.
I mean, her boy name may be Rocky. We don't know.
But no, it makes sense to block Roxy.
Yes, it does.
But don't double back.
Strategic wise, yes.
Yes, strategy, yes. But even if it was personal, just stand by it. If that's the game you're playing, that's the game you're playing.
It was either her got Mick, and got Mick just came off of it. So you don't.
If I'm being honest, if I were in this competition with
and
these
she couldn't
girls,
block Plastique.
Right, but if I was these girls, I would be blocking Roxy every week. I don't care if you just got blocked.
Yeah, never sent home.
Especially because she was the first queen to get 3 stars. I mean 3 badges. I'm still thinking about all stars. I mean all winners.
All winners. Yeah.
But she was the first queen to get 3 badges.
3 beautiful benefactress badges.
So it will only make sense to keep this bitch blocked.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Nothing else makes sense to me. Well, we'll see by the end of this episode.
Yes, the only other people that would have been blockable is Plastique and Got Mick, because they are the only other people with 3. And
Got Mick has 3. She had 2 still.
Or no, she has 2 still.
Yeah.
Well, Plastique had 3, but she couldn't block her because she was free to slay another day after losing the lip sync. So how about this lip sync losing streak that Plastique is on? She has not won a lip sync since her original season. So
Plastique is funny. Plastique is beautiful. Plastique is a design goddess, makeup goddess. She's just not a lip syncer. She's not as bad as Jimbo.
Now,
she's not as bad as Q.
And it's weird because, like I said, I saw Plastique perform live. I absolutely amazing performance. And was lip syncing down and everything else like that. So I am very much confused as to what I mean.
I'm not.
I guess it's because it's a prepared number.
So it's not to say that they didn't have time to prepare for the show, but your attention, especially with the looks that she's been pulling off, I think that she is putting all her time and energy into her looks, and she's not really focusing on learning these words.
Right.
And I think that's all that is. It's just a matter of her not devoting enough time to lip syncing. She feels like, look, I'm not going to get eliminated. Oh, well, I still got a badge. I'm not earning it for my charity, but I still got a badge. And, who cares? I'm not going home.
Yeah, well, I mean, because badges, honestly, whether or not you win the lip syncs during the season is a plus, because you're pocketing more money for your charity. But you want the badges because you want a shot at that $200,000.
I mean, you get a badge if you're top 2. So she's getting a badge. She just won't be getting more money.
There is even if you don't get that $10,000, there's still the carrot of the $200,000.
Right. Exactly.
Putting yourself in position to win that.
She's probably thinking, lip sync suck, but everything else is on point. So I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just getting to that $200,000 tip. If I can get that $200,000 tip, it doesn't matter how many wins I have, lip sync wins I have during the season.
Before we talk about how the mini challenge started and everything, the only other thing, because there was a little thing back and forth with Roxy and Angeria that I felt that got Mick stirred a little bit, which I was happy she did. But Roxy was like, I'm good. And basically cutting Angeria off like, save your words. There's nothing you can say. I'm convinced you're playing a different game. And I think that she confirmed it. Right, that is personal. It's not just competition.
It's not strategic.
Yeah, it's not about the competition at this point. It's like, oh, you got me, I got to get you. But the other thing that stood out to me was Plastique and Nina. when Plastique won the badge,
Mm-hmm.
Nina felt that she should have, and Plastique said, "I'm not good at anything." And Nina's like, "Well, I know that I'm good at this, and I didn't win. You won this one." This was basically their this was the improv, right? From last week, yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, roast. So I was just thinking, like, did Nina have grounds to stand on with that one? Because like, you're good, but if you were that good, we would have said, "Hey, Nina, you're in the top 2." And she didn't do that.
Exactly. You were her roast wasn't top 2.
Right. So regardless of how much Plastique complains about how good or bad she thinks she is, or she pretends to be,
you still have to come with the goods at the end of the day.
Exactly. It wasn't on Plastique. It was on you and Rue.
So yeah. So this week we had a mini challenge happen where immunity from getting the
ruby
snippers is on the line. It was a competition of transporting fruit in between your, what do they call it?
In between me down there.
Yeah, you're in between me down there. You know, transporting fruit basically in your crotch, to and from one basket to the other. The person that moved the most fruit within the time limit would win the, the immunity from being snipped. So they did the competition. It was a cute little competition. You know, it was funny, but yeah, it was like, moving on.
Right.
And then Nina West wore some white pants.
All right. So what fruit did she carry that caused this reddish orange stain?
I am not sure. Because like I didn't really see anything that would be able to cause that either.
So that's why I'm like,
there was like some sort of stain, maybe an orange. She might have squeezed the orange.
But that was like a reddish. If it was a blood orange, maybe.
Right.
Because that was like it was closer to red than it was orange, and I know Nina wasn't menstruating, so
yeah. See, on my TV, it kind of showed up as like an orangish yellow, like a bright orange.
Okay, maybe my color's off. I like your vibrant.
Yeah.
But Nina West won. Mm-hmm. I think it was a pity win, since she messed up her pants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, let's give it to Nina. They honestly could have did this challenge without there actually being any type of special prize. It could have just been, you won a mini challenge, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But
here's 200.
Right.
To
honestly, it was $2,500.
Yeah, for your charity.
I mean that.
And that's what she ended up getting because she didn't need the ruby snippers. We'll get into that a little later, but ended up Nina West didn't need it, so
So we get to the main challenge, which is an acting challenge. I think this is one of the first times that I can recall in recent years that all of the roles were assigned.
Mm-hmm.
Scripts was already written. All they had to do was show up honestly and act, because I know they had teleprompters helping them with their lines.
Mm-hmm.
All they had to do was show up and act and be funny. And so it began. They were also like parodying several classic TV shows or films like Showgirl or Dynasty. What was the one with Joan Crawford? It was several of them, obviously. So all of the girls were assigned a different role.
Yes, it was very camp movies.
Reenact some of the campiest moments.
Mm-hmm.
So first we get Nina West, and it was called Ladies Meeting in the Bathroom.
Yes.
So
or meetings in the ladies' room.
Yeah. Ladies meeting in the bathroom.
Cause
it's the idea.
Yeah.
So RuPaul is finishing up a butter coffee commercial. Mm. And then they say cut, and then one of the queens will walk in. So Nina walks in with a pretty nice blue gown and her big red hair.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nina was okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she did anything extraordinary. Nothing really stood out. Solid performance. But again, amongst all stars, it just didn't stand out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we rewatched it. I after my initial watch, I kind of was like, okay, well, I see why Nina was in why Nina got good critiques, and everything, because I'm not trying to spoil. But it like rewatching the rewatch, it was solid. It wasn't as good as I thought others were upon second watch. So yeah, she was solid. That's all I can say about Nina's performance.
I'm trying to remember the exact order.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact order either. Stat Boy is not here. He's off duty. He was like, it's too hot.
But we can go on to Chanel. Even though I know Chanel wasn't next.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to Chanel.
We can talk about Chanel. So Chanel came out and hers was very much like, recognizing that, she was in a bit and her playing it up and then taking over, and RuPaul like, no, that's my line. And it was like, yeah. So it was cute. It wasn't as strong as others, but it was solid. It's very much, the type of performance that we've been getting from Chanel. Where it is great, because if you put that on a regular season, you know what I mean? It's probably going to be top 5, but...
We keep saying that, right? But this is not a regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our criticisms to Chanel, I think Chanel has already felt them through taping the show. Because the past 3 weeks she's been saying, I'm the only queen without a badge. I mean, we got queens with 3. Queens we didn't expect to have any have 2.
Right.
And she has 0.
Right.
So I would say that this was a significant episode for Chanel, because in that acting challenge, RuPaul was practically praising her.
Yeah.
And then on the runway, again, RuPaul was praising her.
Yeah, no.
Just to give her that extra, hey, you got this. Did you watch Untucked?
I did not watch Untucked.
There's a moment in Untucked as well, courtesy of George's for Chanel.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, good for that.
Kudos
to you,
have you ever had somebody? Have you ever had somebody trying to encourage you, and like it was like you really don't understand what this is, but I'm gonna let you be sweet. Go ahead, baby. It was a moment like that to me.
Oh.
It's like, I get what you're trying to do. You see me in this moment, but you're off. I'm sorry. You're just off. Chanel was just gracious about it.
Right.
A couple other girls tried to chime in to make it.
She probably know that George's is high.
Because Chanel says like, thank you. Because that's what it was given. But it was George's.
It was like, oh, you're petty. I'm getting your pity right now. Oh.
And it's not even I'm getting your pity. It's George's. I'm getting your pity.
Yeah.
But which George said in that moment was basically, I used to think, because I think she says that she knows down on herself or not. I used to be down on myself. That's how it started. Then it went into, but I had to tell myself, bitch, you fierce. And she did her whole George's thing. And she, it veered off a little bit. And it was like, but look at me now. Because she's so, past 3 weeks, she's been doing great acting challenges. And she's like the queen to beat with 2 stars.
Yeah, with 2 stars, right? Yeah, no.
But
good for George's, though, for getting that confidence and everything.
Since I brought George's in, let's talk about George's performance.
Yeah, let's talk about Power Bottom Extraordinaire.
She had this wig on.
It was square.
It makes me think of Jinx Monsoon's Natasha Lyonne's wig.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's what it was giving me.
Yeah, but more square.
Very much more square.
Yeah.
And it fit her face, and not that Jinx's wig didn't, but I like the way the wig fit George's face. I like what George's did with it. Her skit with RuPaul was very catty,
yes,
and very funny. And RuPaul smacked the shit out of her.
Yep.
And she went and grabbed a chair to stand on and smack the shit out of RuPaul. Hilarious. It was one of, dare I say it again, George's was one of my favorite performances.
Yes, George's was, upon second look, yes, George's was one of the top performances in the challenge. Like, it was definitely funny. You could tell that she bought into it. She was going with the flow. Her timing was good with the jokes, even on the ones she didn't really get or understand.
Right,
like,
exactly.
She was still,
so I mean, on some level, she had to have gotten it because she got the timing, she got the pacing of it. I think the only thing she was rushing is when because Ru was just like smack bitch, smack after smack after smack, and she said, "I didn't even feel that." She said it twice because the first time she wasn't supposed to say it, and that's why Ru just kept doing it to catch her off guard. So, acting is beautiful.
Yeah,
it is. And one thing I will say before I go further about the challenge is RuPaul is an entertainer.
Yes,
and also a director, a producer. So RuPaul can pull these things out of these girls. And I kind of want to go back to Chanel just a little bit because RuPaul was saying on the runway during her critique how she didn't feel that Chanel connected with her. Which it makes me think about the fact that she is from a different era where it was just like, I'm going to be this grande dame diva of drag, and I'm going to fade into the back wing when the lights go off. And I don't think that she has evolved with the way drag has evolved. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Rue pointed out that she didn't connect. I think the other girls walked into the soundstage and were ready to have fun.
Yeah.
She was ready to work. And right mindset, she did not do bad, but that extra that RuPaul said she couldn't feel, I think comes from the fact that she was working and she wasn't having enough fun. It was just, okay, I hit my line. I look gorgeous.
Right.
It's time for me to smack you. And it didn't look like she was anticipating those beats, but it didn't connect as authentic as the other girls did.
Right.
So yeah, we did Nina, Chanel, Georges. Any last thoughts on Georges? She looked amazing.
No, yeah, she looked amazing. It was absolutely hilarious. Let's move on to Plastique.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to start?
Well, yeah, no, I thought Plastique was actually one of the good ones as well. She was very funny. Her timing was improved after getting some direction from RuPaul, but that's what directors do. And she took it and improved upon her performance, which showed growth and poise and professionalism and things. So it was great. I thought it was solid. I thought it was a solid performance. Right. It definitely, for me, it definitely hung on the runway as far as,
really?
If she was going to make it into the tops or not like that, because her performance was, just as good as, somebody like a Georges, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
And I think that is the thing that stands out to me. Mm-hmm. Because Chanel was great. Mm-hmm. Nina was great. Mm-hmm. I think the thing that made Georgia stand out more to me is that she gave you something more. Having that prop with the chair, having the bit with the hair, her attitude, even though it was just Georges being Georges, right. I think that having those elements, they made it stand out. Same with Plastique. Plastique did two things that I think were perfect.
Hey to all the folks joining us on Instagram.
Hey, Insta. Okay. So the two things that Plastique did that I love is when Ru smacked her, she acted as if her jaw was broken.
Yes.
And she kept it there.
Yes. That was hilarious.
She stuck with it. But the other thing was she was giving us hair work with those slaps.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a quick no, yeah, that's what I want. Hairography, all the way around, back around. Ugh.
Yes.
And the hair was a part of the scene. It was its own character, if you ask me. So I give Plastique, although her lines didn't feel genuine or fluid to me.
Right.
I think that's because it's like I think she was thinking too much about being funny with the way she delivered her lines. That didn't connect.
Right.
But her physical comedy, perfect.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
And then I want to go to Roxy Andrews.
Okay. Roxy was another solid performance. Was it anything too great to me?
No.
Was it anything, great. She looked great. Some of her delivery was good in some situations, in some spaces. But it was just a solid performance, much in the vein of like Chanel and Nina West and stuff like that. Just a solid performance.
And then we move on to Angeria Paris Van Michaels, who gives this. I want to see from Angeria, and I don't know because she does several different looks, like her glamour, her pageant gown theme look that she does. Mm-hmm. She does it quite well, but I want to see something different from her on some level. And she gives you like hip hop girl, fly girl if she wanted to.
Right.
She's given us different, but I don't know. I just feel like once you've seen it with her, you've seen it. Mm-hmm. And she's killing it, don't get me wrong. And I think the thing with each of these girls that really makes them stand out is when they're leaning into who they are.
Right.
But I'm starting to feel like I'm looking at bananas again. I'm sorry.
I don't mind. Nymphia's beautiful. Oh my God.
She is. And I was about to say the same about Angeria, but Angeria is talented. About to say it. I didn't say it. I was about to. But I love you, Angeria.
Nymphy is talented. Shit.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, Angeria is a character. Just as a boy.
Yeah.
And then up in drag. Like, she's so elegant. And again, the only thing I am crying about is I just feel like I want to just see you do something different. I don't know. I think it's the makeup. I think it's the makeup.
Yeah, but you can't take away from the quality of the performance
at all.
It was absolutely amazing. Timing was perfect. Like everything was great. Like
the delivery of her lines was perfect. Mm-hmm. I think her physical comedy was great.
Yes.
Her interaction with Ru.
Yes, I even liked the look because it very much looked like church auntie look.
And it's not saying it was bad because it wasn't bad at all. Mm-mm. This is just me being in a Debbie Downer because it's so damn hot. But no, she looked amazing. Her little gag was being slapped and basically almost falling over, and keeping that stick going. And it's the little isms of these different people or personalities that makes them stand out. And Angeria did a great job. I want to talk about Gottmik. Gottmik looked great. Mm-hmm. I think when like you see them actually filming it, I think Roxy and Gottmik had the most fun with Ru because they could not stop laughing or making RuPaul laugh.
Right. Yeah. No, they have fun.
It was like two girls getting together.
Right. And the crazy thing is, the edit didn't really turn out that great for Gottmik, in my opinion.
It did not.
I thought that she was her level of performance was definitely in the same vein as Chanel. And
I agree.
And Nina West and Roxy Andrews, where it was just like,
I think that we had queens who were stronger, who stood out more to have won the top two. I think underneath that tier of performances was the Nina Chanel's, Roxy's, and Gottmik's, where it was good. It was you. I can tell you had fun doing it, but it just didn't. It didn't shoot above.
Right.
Oh, it didn't shoot high enough to like outshine those other girls. What's going on? Yeah. And after Gottmik, you got anything else to say about Gottmik?
No.
There's Miss Vanjie. Now, Miss Vanjie is going to be Miss Vanjie in every character that she plays.
She was amazing.
The character is going to play Vanjie. That's what it is.
It was amazing.
Character is Vanjie playing a character playing Vanjie.
Yeah.
But it just works so well.
All the time.
Works so well.
The voice, love it.
I don't know what it is because
like,
there's certain things that scratch my nipple wrong. Not for any particular reason, but just because it's just like, ooh, that's so abrasive.
No, it's great. It's great. I love it. It's like she's like, it's my sex.
But right, because she gets it. She knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. And people think, oh, she's just loud and ghetto. No. Vanessa knows what she's doing.
Yes.
And every time she's adding those little things that seem like ad-libs, they may be ad-libs, but she's improvising in a beautiful way.
Right.
She looked amazing. She was funny as hell. And she spawned one of the most interesting things was if I had to judge who did the best, who's the challenge winner overall, it would be RuPaul Charles.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because Ru went on a slapping spree. She was slapping several people.
Mm-hmm.
All of the queens, the directors, producers, cameramen, makeup, wardrobe, everybody was getting slapped around.
It took me to the scene in Head of State when
Yes.
when what was that? What's the comedian? What's the comedian? No, but his brother.
Tony Hawk?
It was he played his brother. It was he had the show. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac, yes. Bernie Mac.
Yes. The way he just come out of nowhere and
smacking everybody. It was like, hey, how you how you like
right, just walking up to get smacked.
Just walking up and smacking everybody. It was amazing. It was epic. It was
RuPaul had fun, and I had fun watching RuPaul have fun.
I didn't have fun with the dress that she wore on the runway though. It was like if it was any shorter, like the tuck would have been out, and we would have thought that she was smuggling the fruit they were smuggling earlier. Like
all red and stained. No. All right, so now we're at the runway. Do you remember the title of the runway?
Widow Von Do or something like that.
Widow Von Don't was the joke that Michelle made at the beginning.
Okay.
It had something to do with widows.
Yeah.
And some people decided to make it a reveal. Actually, it was George's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people. A couple people made it a reveal.
For sake of time, who's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. I would have to say Angeria's. Angeria's looked amazing.
She actually did. She had like this spider collar thing, so you saw like the web or whatever. Her hair was big, but the hair was an urn.
Yeah.
The idea was widows and like Chanel's, not Chanel's. Roxy's was actually kind of cute. Somebody made a comment of why the blood was only on her chest and not all the way down the dress.
Right.
It was Candy Museum pissed off with Trixie.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I get the splash of red.
Yeah.
Here, the pop of color in all of the white, and then the only other time you see the red is on the axe itself. Like, I get that because it's tasteful and it's, it's eye-catching. It really drew me in anyway and really told me the story. So, it did what needed to be done. Like, yeah.
Nina did this ghostly old 17th century big gown,
and
pale face character.
And it turned into a wedding dress afterwards because she's like off to her next, thing.
Her next marriage, so she can kill that one next.
Yeah.
It was okay.
All the while looking like a ghost.
Right. It was. Yeah. Now when I think about it, it really misses.
Yeah.
When you think about the fact that she really painted to look like a ghost, you're supposed to have survived death.
Yeah.
And you're the dead one.
Vanjie's was sexy.
Vanjie was so freaking sexy.
Yes.
I want to say that between Vanjie and Got Mick were my favorite looks on the runway.
Got Mix was very beautiful as well.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to lean towards my favorite runway looks was definitely Vanjie's and Angeria's was my favorite runway looks. I thought they looked amazing.
Right. I don't know why I didn't think about Angeria in that because Angeria definitely was one of my favorites, but it's now between Angeria, Vanjie, and Got Mick. According to RuPaul, the best looks and performances were Angeria Michaels and Nina West.
Yes. And thusly, Nina West didn't need her immunity that she won earlier in the day.
Which was a waste.
She's not going to be, she's not eligible to get snipped because she's in the top two. And so the judges ended up giving her $2,500 for the Trevor Project.
Which, nice.
Yes.
Something for your charity.
Very nice.
Apparently, she hasn't won anything.
Yeah, no
money. She won a badge, but no money.
She won badges, but no money. So that streak continued because in the lip sync, Angeria Paris Von Michaels, mopped the floor with Nina West.
Yes, she did.
Yes. So
as she should have.
So Angeria wins. She already got her beautiful benefactress badge, along with Nina West getting a beautiful benefactress badge, and then so then she gets the power to snip somebody. Now keep in mind, Roxy is still eligible
to be snipped.
Got Mick is eligible. Plastique Tiara, the other front runner, is eligible.
Well, everybody but Nina West is eligible.
Yes.
But the people that Stoney just mentioned are the only ones that I think really made sense to snip. Between Roxy, Roxy was already snipped, but Roxy, Plastique, and Got Me. Now, Angeria decided that it would be a good idea to, she wanted to lip sync. Sorry.
Yeah.
Angeria wanted to lip sync, and she decided that she was going to snip Got Mick.
Yes.
Now, do you feel like that was a smart decision?
I felt no, because I honestly felt like Plastique was the only other option.
The only one that made sense.
The only option that made sense.
If anybody else would have won that challenge in lip sync, they were going after Plastique.
Right.
Now, my theory is that she's being petty, and she really is playing a different game.
Yeah, she's getting the people back who blocked her. You know,
so instead of paying attention to how I'm going to win this race, I'm taking it personal.
Right.
After you took it personally when they blocked you. Because then they both blocked her. Got Mick blocked her.
Got Mick blocked her, and Roxy and Vanjie blocked her. So Vanjie, you might be on the list, girl.
You might be.
You might be in danger, girl.
But definitely Roxy and Got Mick, keep an eye out, because it seemed very personal with Roxy. But now,
and next week is the design challenge,
right? Which sucks for Got Mick because that's her thing.
Yeah, so we may actually see where the snippers actually block somebody this upcoming week with Got Mick being the design challenge queen.
But you got Plastique.
Yeah,
you got Roxy.
Right.
So there's still a very big chance that it won't matter.
Right.
Because
it continues to the whole season.
Right.
Oh my goodness. But overall, I kind of felt like this episode was a push episode, like an episode to get through in order to get to the next episode. Yes, there was some drama and newsworthy moments, but it wasn't. I don't think that we're going to look back on this particular episode and say, yes, this was the turning point right here, like the season.
I think it was significant for two reasons. The first reason is Chanel. I think that they really wanted to highlight how Chanel's been feeling and kind of like give her a moment. Even though she still didn't win a beautiful benefactress badge.
No.
But she had a moment. The other thing is the drama between Angeria and Roxy and how it seems like everything is shifting towards Got Mick. Because now I feel like Got Mick is going to because whereas Got Mick was trying to play strategic, she feels like Angie did something that was, and this is my speculation, but Angeria basically changed the tide of the game by being personal versus strategic. So I think that there is a shift.
I think that it looks personal, but it is strategic at the same time.
So Roscoe has a theory that, because the obvious person to get into the snip would have been Plastique.
Yes.
But instead, she chose to block Got Mick. And the reason why Roscoe believes is because Got Mick, she doesn't want her to catch up, because if she does, she's going to be more of a challenge in the lip sync than Plastique would be. So keep Plastique around and try to hinder Got Mick. So those are the things I think are changing. That last theory belongs to Roscoe. Give him credit for that one. Bottom two, top three.
Bottom two, Nina West and Chanel.
Top three.
Top three, Angeria, Plastique, and Roxy.
And I agree with all of that. Because I have no rebuttals or quarrels with that.
Yeah. It sucks, but hey,
it's
whatever.
The truth right now. Those are the stats.
Yes.
So
let us know your bottom two, your top three in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right. Do all of that, because we love to hear from you guys, and maybe you guys' opinion may sway us next week. Right. Who knows?
Next week is a design challenge, so hopefully, Got Mick will at least get a badge.
Yeah.
Oh no, she didn't get a badge. Maybe she'll get some money for a charity.
Yeah, money for the charity.
Maybe she'll get some money for a charity. Good luck to the rest of the girls and everything. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, share this video with others so that way they can join in our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And just because the show's ended doesn't mean that you can't comment.
Right.
Go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
Comment down. Let us know what you think about our top 3 and our bottom 2.
Right.
And add yours in here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really it was a breeze through show today.
It was a push show.
Thank y'all for thank y'all. And as always, thank y'all for coming. God bless you.